Welcome back to the Lab TV, where we turn boys into men and men into kings. I'm your host Tokyo, and around here we live by one rule: no excuses. Today we're going to talk about something that most men avoid. The problems that you're facing today, at some point you invited them into your life. Without further ado, let's jump right into it.
Time's ticking. Every man hits a moment where he either grows up or gives up. Wasting time, wasting potential. But deep down he knows there's more. More fight, more focus, more power. But it's not handed to you. It's built. This is the Lab TV. No handouts. No excuses.
Everybody want to talk about going to the next level or leveling up. But nobody talks about the people that's holding them back. You got friends who always in trouble. You got friends who always got drama, always got chaos, living their life recklessly. How you say it? Recklessly. And you think it's not affecting you. It is. Because the people that you're hanging around, you start being affected by it. You start being like them. You start being associated with them. If your friend is always in some mess, you're in the mess too. And it's not just your friends. It's the women that you choose too. Because a friend can waste your time, but a bad woman can cost you peace for years. For years. A bad woman can cost you peace for years. I've dealt with an ex that costs peace. See, recently I went through a situation where this ex has never pulled up in front of my house in all of the years I've been living at that house. It's always been an agreement. They know to pull up at the gate of the property, but they wanted to test me, and without any notification, without any heads up or asking me, could they pull up in front of my property, they pulled up in front of my property. And it wouldn't have been a big issue had this person not been known for being messy, doing things in the dark and acting innocent in public, and just overall being dangerous. See, when a person has brought chaos to your life, has dragged your name through the mud, has said all kinds of manner of things that are untrue about you, you don't play with those people. So a warning was issued. You know, if you pull back over here, the police, the authorities will be called. If you pull back over here, the authorities will be called. That's not me being harsh. That's me protecting my home. Because you give a person who is known for chaos an inch, they're going to bring chaos to your home. They're going to bring chaos to your property because they're comfortable, because you allowed it. And you have to set boundaries for people in your life who cause chaos, who love chaos and drama, who loves it. They act like they don't like it in public, but they love it. They want to see you react. You don't give it to them. But here is the truth, the honest truth, and I have to take accountability for it. At one point in my life, I chose that. Had I known better, had I stuck to the type of woman that I accustomed to, I wouldn't have been in that situation, and I wouldn't have to have been managing the chaos all the way up to now. But I made that conscious decision. Why? Why? Because I chose to ignore red flags. Why did I choose to ignore red flags? Because I got my emotions involved. How did I get my emotions involved and be so blind? Because I was having premarital sex. See, premarital sex will blind you from the truth about people. Premarital sex will deceive you about how you feel about them. Your body feels a way about them, but your mind is telling you no. My mind is telling me no, but my body is telling me yes. Stupid. Stupidity. Foolishness. That's what it was. Ignorance. Not being naive. Not recognizing the signs. See, when you have your emotions involved and you're not being wise, you miss the disrespect. You miss the crazy episodes, and you thinking it's cute because they tripping out over you. You miss the drama that they was always in. You miss all of the red flags because your emotions are taking over. Can't nobody tell you nothing. Foolishness. Can't nobody tell you, and here you go, you saying not my baby, and they telling you who this person is, and you're ignoring it. Red flags. I'm not saying I always been a good guy, but I ain't never no. No. And me and y'all gotta stop. Y'all have to stop. What's how I want to say? Y'all have to stop going after women just because they look good. They call themselves a bad bee, a baddie. Any woman that refers to themselves as a bad bee is literally a bad woman. And I'm not saying fine woman. I'm saying she's a bad, down to the core woman. She disrespectful. She don't follow your boundaries. She walk over your boundaries. You know, and it's not just about women. It's these friends. It's these parents that you're born with. They are disrespectful, and they bring chaos, and they bring disorder in your life. And you have to make these conscious decisions like, hey, I'm grown now. Do I want to still deal with these? And that brings me to my next point. To be a man, you have to set boundaries. Boundaries are important. There are no excuse not to have boundaries. If you don't want somebody saying X, Y, and Z to you, and they still do it, they don't follow by your boundaries, your space, you cut them off. If they get disrespectful or like to put their hands on you, and you give them a fair warning, if you do it again, I'm done with you. If you hanging around friends who always bringing you drama, who always wanting to fight or being violent or just doing the most with no order in their life, then you have to limit your time and set boundaries. If you don't set boundaries, people will set them for you. You gotta protect your peace. You gotta protect your family. You gotta protect your home. You have to. Don't let people set boundaries for you. You are a man. And if it's a woman watching, you are a woman. Set your boundaries and stand on it. Don't budge. If somebody violates those boundaries, immediate action. If you tell a young lady that she's not allowed at your house, stop popping up at your house, and she does it, go file a police report. Press charges. Let these people know that you're not playing. Go get a restraining order. If these friends started doing bad things, like I said, cut them off. You don't have time for that because we chasing our purpose over here. There is no excuse. And if you have to deal with it, like I said, set your boundaries. It's okay to walk away from mama. It's okay to walk away from daddy. It's okay to walk away from your sisters who are toxic and study stressing you out. Give it to God, man. Let me read a scripture. I think that's next. 1 Corinthians. Be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners. This is 1 Corinthians 15:33. And here's another one. Proverbs 13:20. He that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed. Who you keep around you matters more than what you think. I just said that. Who you keep around you matters more than what you think. If you want peace in your life, you got to choose better people. Set those boundaries. Think long terms. Stop doing things that you're not supposed to. Cut these people off. Let them go. I know it's hard. But what's harder? You living a life full of stress and anxiety, or you being calm and peaceful? And watch how much better your life becomes when you stop dealing with these people and you set boundaries. When you make a conscious decision that you're not going to engage in their foolishness. Don't engage. That's what they want. They don't matter to your life any longer. If you have to deal with them, keep it simple. Hello, yes. If you got somebody like a toxic parent and y'all have to communicate about something, keep the conversation short. You know, if you want to say I love you, you can send it. I love you, mom, and love her from a distance. If you got to deal with a disgruntled baby mother who tries to play like she's not crazy to the world, but the whole time she is, you know, keep it simple with the kids, about the kid conversation, and let it be that, and give it to God. Forgive yourself too, because you don't have to beat yourself up. Forgive yourself, even though your kids have to witness that situation. And you know how you, if you're dealing with a disgruntled baby mama, how you combat a situation like that. Always show love to your kids, because your kids will see the difference. Always show love, no matter what the other parent says about you, bro. Show love, because the kid's gonna be like, that ain't my dad. That's not my dad. No matter what the parents say, and they're gonna pay for the things that they have done and said and lied about. So set those boundaries. And so what we're gonna do, fellas, we're gonna stop blaming people for who they are and start taking responsibility for who we allow in our life. This is the Lab TV, where pressure builds purpose and every man is challenged to grow. If you're ready to rise, if you're ready to lead, and if you're ready to live your life with no excuses, then hit that subscribe button, and I will see you on the next episode of the Lab TV, and share it with another brother. I'll holler.